Welcome back to SnowRunner, guys, and you may be asking yourselves, why are we back again looking at the iX 3880? Haven't we covered this truck a whole bunch? Technically, yes, we have. However, this is the Phase 3 testing package for the 3880. So, basically, when Phase 3 drops in February, this version of the 3880 will be released as an update to the current 3880. Now, what does that entail? That entails logging features. So, obviously, the Phase 3 release is going to add logging features to both the new Wisconsin maps and to the maps in Michigan and I believe Alaska possibly as well. And one of the cool things about it is the fact that if you enjoy using the 3880 as one of your modded campaign playthrough trucks, you'll now be able to use it for logging scenarios as well, again, once Phase 3 releases. Now, keep that in mind. This mod is currently in testing and will not be live as an update until Phase 3 releases in February. So, we're going to go ahead and do a mild setup on it. Nothing too crazy, although I do want to be able to see it, so that's why I'm going to just go ahead and change up the color on it real quick. Nothing too crazy. We'll probably paint it white right off the bat. And we're going to throw the, let's see, iX R&D manual. That is very, very interesting. We'll have to try that at some point. Actually, you know what? Since we're in the testing package, let's go ahead and try it out. So now that we've got that on there, we're going to use the jacked hauling suspension. And tire-wise, we're not going to go too crazy. Probably a little bit of a moderate mud setup, but just something that's, you know, good enough in the mud to be able to kind of get wherever we need to go. Probably the 49-inch off-road 2 by Quasi. So we're going to go ahead and throw those on there. And I'm going to do the offline winch just so that's all taken care of. And we're going to throw a wedge cap snorkel on it so its water fording capability is up to par. All-wheel drive for sure, and then this is where we get into the Phase 3 exclusive stuff. So, if you use this truck in campaign mode right now, and you want to be able to continue to use it as a campaign truck, you're going to be very happy to see that we have log carriers, a log loading crane, a log carrier add-on. Now, I'm not sure if this can be used with the crane. It actually, oh, it can. That's awesome. Okay, that's great. That is great. Now, if you want to use the long log carrier or sort of the long trailer, this is definitely going to be the setup you're going to want to go with, which is the log carrier rather than the log frame add-on. But we're going to run both of the different configurations, so we'll be able to basically have whatever logging configuration we want. Now, let's see if we have space for anything else. No. So, well, actually, yes. You have space for the sleeper, which is really cool because that way you can have all of the repair point and fuel add-on kind of advantages of having the sleeper there with a crane and the frame add-on for logging. That's really, really nice. Now, I'm not going to really go too crazy with all of the, you know, exhaust and stickers and anything like that. But that's just kind of one of those. That's just kind of one of those things that you guys can do in the customization. We are going to go ahead and throw beans on the dash. And go ahead and, yeah, let's throw Snuffles on the, let's throw Snuffles on the hood. And I feel like we've got the chrome one right now, so that should work pretty well. And I do want to kind of change the color up just a little bit, because I feel like that kind of whitish gray is just a little bit on the basic side. And I know a lot of you guys are going to be like, really? You're going to paint it red again? The crane is like an off red, and I feel like I have to do it. But you know what? I'll tell you what, since the crane is kind of an off-red, I don't want it to clash with, like, the orange, so, I wish I could change the color of the crane. That would literally be the best. If I could change the color of the crane, that red kind of matches it a little bit more with the crane. Not exactly, though. That's about as close as we're going to get to matching it with the crane, but I feel like, yet again, everybody's going to be like, you paint everything red! And I'm like, you know what? Maybe I do. Maybe I do. But that's going to be just one of those things, I guess. I guess we'll go with, you know what? You know what? We'll go with the red, but only because it lines up with the crane and it's color coordinated. All right. So let's see. Now, oh, does that not go anywhere? Oh, probably because he's trying to use, okay, because he's trying to use this as a developmental gearbox. I just realized something. This can't back up. Because that's a development gearbox, and it can't back up. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. I am I am out of luck with that. We need a different gearbox. We need a different gearbox, and we need it now. Okay, I'm gonna go just with the standard off-road box, and I'm gonna leave it in neutral while we do that. Okay, now we can back up. That's a big advantage, being able to back up, you know? Definitely a big advantage in my opinion. Now, if you did have the other logging attachment and you wanted to use the logging trailer, it is there for you, the log carrier rear. But this is obviously not the prime trailer for that, although you can use this version of it and you can actually carry 2 units of small logs, if you wanted to do that, of course. And then you can either use the crane to do manual loading, which we're going to do for our truck, but for the trailer, I'm going to do a quick load. So let's see. Trailer. Thank you. And we will find medium logs. Where's the short logs? Logs short. This trailer does not support this cargo. Does it not? Weird. What about medium logs? Cannot. Really? Cannot pack due to wrong trailer position. How about due to wrong position of the trailer? Well, that's about as straight as we're going to get for the trailer, so let's see, medium logs, where's the short logs? There we go. Okay, so short logs work for that. However, this trailer seems to be extremely temperamental and only wants to actually pack when you manually load it. So, curiously, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of that trailer. And now we're going to unpack that because we've confirmed that those work. We're going to go ahead and unpack that cargo and remove cargo. And now we're going to swap this whole setup over for a long log setup because I want to see how that works. Like, I really want to see that position itself on this trailer. Now, let's go ahead and back out of that cargo zone. So we've got that done. Forward, please. Thank you. Now, Puppy Master did tell me ahead of time before I used this that there were still a few loading issues with the logs. And as I said before, it is a testing package. So there are a few things that still have to be worked out. Now, let's see. Concrete slab. Long logs. Now, apparently, that should just pack right up. Let's see. Yo, it just packs right up. That's tremendous. Whoa. That's impressive. I didn't think it would just pack right up. Now, I think what he may have been talking about then is specifically the short logs trailer has to be loaded manually at the present moment in time. But this thing really lends itself well to being a logging truck. I never thought that this would be so well suited to being a logging truck, but I really do believe that once this update for Phase 3 goes live into the release build of the game and Puppy Master can push this update of this truck, I have a feeling that a lot of people are going to jump on it for logging use because think about it, it's effective, it's powerful, and you could knock out some logging deliveries in a, not even just a short amount of time, but a very effective amount of time. I mean, especially, think about if you had, like, a team of these in multiplayer, right? Think about if you had a team of these trucks and you were literally just, like, knocking out logging objective after logging objective after logging objective. Such a great truck to begin with, and not only that, but you could have a team of you and your friends, maybe like, say, 4 of you are in a session, and 2 of you are running a long log setup, 1 of you is running a short log setup, and then the other one is running a wrecker to do support in terms of repairs, fuel, and rescues. You could literally knock out just about any objective you needed to with this setup as a whole. And I, for one, cannot wait for this update to drop, not only for this update for the truck to drop, but for Phase 3 to drop on all systems, because once Phase 3 drops on all systems, this is a little bit of a sneak peek of what you can actually look forward to on the modding side of things if you are someone that really enjoys using mods in your campaign mode, especially with your friends in multiplayer. You could absolutely power through a, you know, like an objective-based gameplay session on a map with your friends. This could absolutely just power through one of those. Now, I'm actually going to do a quick mud test, but I'm going to do it a little bit differently this time. Normally, I never go at the mud from this angle, but I have a feeling that, I mean, hey, we're we're in the 3880 with the logging attachment. We might as well go crazy and just see how crazy you can throw this truck into a situation and have it actually come out of it with a long log trailer behind it, and really just put it through its paces and see if you really asked it to, what is the extent that you could go to with it on a campaign map. Now, we're plunging into the pond here, and normally we wouldn't do this, but look at that. That's low plus. Most trucks can't get through here in low minus, and keep in mind, this is on what we would consider a all-terrain tire, compound, and we're gonna have to go down to low, standard low for that. But to be doing this on a, well, sorry, not an all-terrain compound, an off-road compound, but still not a mud tire. And the fact that we're doing this on tires like this and not a mud tire, mind-blowing, right? Absolutely mind-blowing to go through the deep pond on a off-road tire and not quite a mud tire. That is wild. Absolutely wild. Now, I will say that's mainly because we had the diff lock on, and this truck's potential goes through the roof when you have the diff locks on, so it's no surprise that we have that available to us, but I cannot wait to use this here on the public test server on the Wisconsin maps and really see what it's like in a true logging environment, especially with Diesel Addict. Now, let's see if we try to throw this into some, fairly extreme terrain for a truck like this. Now, this isn't extreme terrain in terms of a rock crawler, obviously, or a trail rig, but it's pretty extreme terrain for a logging truck, I do have to say. And it's actually really interesting to see how it does in an environment like this with, a fully packed load of lumber behind it. And we are also running the SE engine, not the OP engine, which, whoa! Oh, we almost lost our lumber there. It almost bounced right out of the back of the truck. But it was, it came right back down. It was close. God, this is going to be really fun in campaign mode. This is definitely going to be one of those mods that I think will really live on throughout the entire life of the game as it gets consistent updates, and as new functionality and features are added to the game, they get added to this truck. And so it's like, this truck will never not be updated. It really is, I think, one of the gold standards in terms of what a mod can be, what a mod can achieve. And, the community as a whole at this point, if you play with mods, whether you're on PC or consoles, most of the community has used this truck at this point, and really I do think that this truck will become one of the all-time great mods in SnowRunner's history. Now, let's go ahead and head right for the bridge jump, because you guys know we gotta do it. You guys know we gotta do it. We cannot come to the summer testing grounds without doing the bridge jump. It's gotta happen. And let me go ahead and throw the parking brake on. Now, this is interesting because I've never attempted this jump with this truck in a logging configuration, fully loaded down with long logs. So this should definitely be an experience. This should absolutely be an experience. All right, there's fourth gear, there's fifth gear, sixth, seventh. Oh my God. Come on. Oh boy, there's eighth gear. Go! Oh my God, did it? No way! The logs landed in the trailer, what? No. Okay, bro, that is not okay. That is not okay in the best way possible. Wow. Oh my God. Dude, that literally landed right back in the trailer. Now, I don't know if that would happen every time or if we just got a little lucky on that one, but either way, that is hilarious. And it cleared the freaking barrels, at least mostly. Well, it took them all out, so, don't worry about it. They're all good. Don't worry about it. But with that being said and done, what do you guys think of the upcoming Phase 3 version of the IX3880 Wrecker, which has now been transformed into a highly effective logging rig? If you have any thoughts, opinions, or suggestions, leave them in the comment section down below. Let me know what you think. And if you're new around here and you would like to see more exclusive stuff like this before it goes live, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on those notifications, and I'll see you guys next time.